8 minutes past 11, you are listening to the Mid Morning Talk on Salam Media. The natural hair movement has taken the world by storm. However, doing the big chop and maintaining your natural healthy hair can seem challenging at first. There is so much information out there that no one no longer knows where to look to. Founder and blogger of Natural Sisters, Eveness Ruth Mafupa joins me to give us tips on maintaining healthy natural hair or textured hair. Good morning, Ruth, and thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me.
It is a pleasure. Now, you have such an intriguing story that became your catalyst to focusing on natural hair and natural hair health and maintaining natural hair. Tell us your story.
Oh, well, why do I start? it's
From the beginning.
okay, yeah. So basically, in 2011, I noticed that I wasn't going anywhere with my hair. I had relaxed hair then, and there was not a lot of information on how to actually grow hair natural because I preferred natural hair. My hair becomes so thin and so brittle, and it breaks a lot when it's relaxed. So I had to go natural, and that's the reason why I decided to do some research and then start on a journey to grow my hair natural. And from then, I started documenting my journey as I wanted to know what is working and what's not working, and also to share with the world what I was doing on my blog. So that's when I started the Natural Sisters Hair blog in 2012 so that I can document everything, what was happening. And yeah, and I went natural. 2011, started growing my natural hair. There were not a lot of products then when it comes to natural hair care, and there was not a lot of information, especially locally. Americans were doing it. The British was doing Brit- British were doing it, but I didn't find something locally, and I wanted to provide that as well. So that's when I also started um, doing YouTube videos on how to take care of natural hair. That was somewhere around 2013. And then, yeah, I've been on this journey for a while now. And I since opened a natural hair salon. I've got a natural hair care range. And yeah, the rest, as they say, is history.
Wow, congratulations. Now, there has
Thank
been
you.
a major incline in the acceptance of natural hair in the recent years. Why do you think that's the case?
I think it's the information that is there because now, as much as we have got influence around the places that we live in, there's also influence via social media, via the TV shows that we watch, and the people that are we call models in our society. And I suspect that is what has contributed much to people generally accepting natural hair. And also, I think just self actualization, more and more blacks or more and more of those people with textured hair, which are blacks in Africa, are more accepting of the beauty, their self, and what is natural for them, like our skin, our hair, how coily it is, and also the importance of beauty. And as more and more influential people like in more successful people also embrace their hair, people see their role models getting natural and wearing their hair
Mhm.
natural, and it kind of just spirals onto even a high school girl or a high school boy who wants to wear natural hair, and it's more acceptable. And I think people are also less judgy because there's been quite a shift in accepting of diversity. It's no longer one point of view matters, but all lives matter. So in the end, people are more free to present themselves with what
Hmm.
they think is beauty, what they believe, and their culture. And like I think more people are more accepted, are more accepting of diversity than before.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, and what is the definition of porosity, and why is it important to know your hair type before you can actually start a hair care routine or hair care regimen?
So porosity generally means how fast or how slow water enters your hair shaft or leaves your hair shaft or leaves, like how fast your hair dries and how fast your hair can get wet. So if you've got low porosity, it means that your hair does not get water into it fast enough or very fast. And also, once it gets in, it does not leave very fast. So it's important to know that, so that you can know what kind of products to use and what kind of a routine will best suit your kind of hair. So, for example, if you've got low porosity, you definitely know that you need to use low molecular weight products. One, two, you need to use a little bit of heat, especially when you're detangling, or sorry, especially when you are deep conditioning, so that you can allow the heat to open up. You can allow the heat to open up your cuticles, and then you can be able to get moisture and product into your hair, because other than that there is not going to be any actual deep conditioning that you're going to do. And then if you've got low porosity, if you've got high porosity, you also definitely need products that are going to seal the moisture into your hair so that it doesn't lose water, it doesn't lose moisture too fast. And that's basically why you
Mm-hmm.
need to know your porosity, whether you are high, medium, or low porosity.
Mm-hmm. So, is there a test that one can do to determine whether they have a high, low, or medium porosity?
Definitely. And you can also do it at home. It's just a matter of, after
Mm-hmm.
washing your hair, you let it dry. And then after you've dried the hair, after washing your hair, why I'm saying after washing your hair is because you remove all product that is covering on the hair. And then after you've combed your hair and then you've washed the hair, it doesn't have product. You come out, obviously, there are going to be certain hairs that are going to fall out. That's the norm of hair on our bodies, on our scalp. Hair is going to fall out, is going to shed. So you take that piece of hair and then you let it dry completely. After it is dried, you can put it into you can drop it into a glass cup or a water glass, and then you see how slow it is going to sink to the bottom of the glass. If it absorbs water very quickly, it will sink very quickly. And then if it doesn't absorb water very quickly, because there's no heat or anything, the water the hair the hair strand may literally just sit on top for hours on end. And then that's when you know that you've got a very low porosity hair.
Mm-hmm. All right, very interesting to learn, and a simple test or trick that we all can do at home to determine our porosity. And I guess that will help us in finding out what routine works best and the products to use as well. Ruth, please stay with us. We're going to take a quick break and we'll continue thereafter.
It's a new beginning. It's a new era. Salam Media, humanitarian journalism.
There's no smell that takes me back to the comfort of my childhood than the smell of black seed oil being applied by my nanny. Now I'm using Tib black seed in my own home to soothe sniffles and coughs, to help with digestion and immunity, and of course, as part of my beauty routine. After all these years, I've come to appreciate the wisdom in finding comfort and shifa in trusted treatments like Tib black seed. You can find Tib black seed at all leading pharmacies or find out more at blackseed.co.za.
Whoever fasts Ashura, it is as if he has fasted the entire year. And whoever gives charity this day, it is like the charity of an entire year. Donate from only 500 Rand this month of Muharram to any of our campaigns and reap the rewards. Visit our website at www.pennyappeal.org.za to do a quick and easy donation, or visit the site for more information on our Thirst Relief, Orphan Kind, Hifts Orphan, Feed Our World, and the Mosque Project. Penny Appeal. Small change, big difference.
Shimmer, sparkle, captivate. Nothing less than a masterpiece. Droplets of gold inspires precious design. Platinum bursts with intricate freshness, and every pure diamond becomes more than just a girl's best friend. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, where timeless dreams become a reality. Come to us. We tailor-make designer gold, platinum, and diamond jewelry. Trade in or remodel your old gold. Clad yourself with classy name-branded watches. We offer insurance valuation and freezer card calculation. Visit us at 534 Ridge Road, Overport, or call 031 208 9142. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, manufacturers of fine gold and diamond jewelry.
When the perfect blend of stylish decor, exquisite halal cuisine, and warm hospitality come together, it could only mean Al Bayt Lodge, your true home away from home. Al Bayt is the ideal heaven for families, business people, and tourists with its 4-star family rooms and other luxurious facilities. Conveniently situated close to Port Elizabeth Airport, the beach, and other amenities, your stay will be truly unforgettable, as you'll be taking home lasting memories of the warm hospitality, the serenity and tranquility that Al Bayt has to offer. For reservations, call 041 583 6415 or visit www.albaytlodge.co.za.
It's a new beginning. It's a new era. Salam Media, humanitarian journalism.
20 minutes past 11, you are listening to the Mid-Morning Talk on Salam Media. Today we are talking about maintaining natural, healthy hair with my guest, Ruth Mafupa. Ruth, thank you for staying on the line. Now, how can one maintain and take care of their hair? What products to use, what regimen to follow, etc.?
That's a tricky one because one size doesn't fit all, but generally, I would say do what your hair and your lifestyle demands. So if you listen to your hair, you are going to see that there are certain products that agree with your hair, and there are certain products that just won't work with your hair. So it's a matter of finding out, doing a little bit of homework, and finding out what kind of products agree with your hair. Generally, I would say make sure that you wash often, and every time that you wash, use a conditioner on the hair, and also use a leave-in conditioner on the hair. A leave-in conditioner is going to make sure that your hair is moisturized. Oh, excuse me. It's going to make sure that your hair is moisturized for longer. So with natural hair, with African hair in particular, it is generally very dry. So you want to make sure that it is as moisturized as possible. And also introduce moisture to your hair more often. For example, if you've got braids like I do at the moment, you want to moisturize those the hair where your hair ends at least once a day, especially if you're in Gauteng where it is quite dry and there's very little moisture in the air. Then you want to make sure that you also moisturize your hair, like spray your hair with a water-based moisturizer once a day, and keep your scalp clean. And what else? Make sure that you put something on your head when you are, say, going out in the sun, and when you are sleeping, so that you don't rub your hair onto the pillow or the pillowcase when you're sleeping. And you also want to retain as much moisture as possible. So those are some of the things that you can do to make sure that you can grow a healthy head of hair. And then with products, moisture, I think, is key when it comes to natural hair. So choose a product that has got moisture and moisture and moisture in it. So something that is water-based for starters. When it comes to conditioner, it has to be water-based. And then obviously it should not have sulfurs and parabens, because that is not very kind to your skin and your hair as well. So you don't want to have that in a product. And something that has got a lot of sleep. So something that is going to help you with detangling your natural hair so that you don't suffer from unnecessary breakage. That is very important as well to make sure that you look at when you're choosing a conditioner. And then when it comes to leave-in conditioner, depending on the texture of your hair, whether you've got fine strands or you've got coarse strands, you want to choose a leave-in conditioner that is going to complement your hair texture so that it doesn't weigh down your hair, or it's not doing anything to your hair. So if you've got coarse strands, use a creamy or a cream or a creamy leave-in conditioner or a butter. So that is going to make sure that your hair is held together and it is easy to style as well. And then when you've got light strands or you've got fine strands, then a light oil like grapeseed oil or sweet almond oil or even olive oil is going to help you to be able to style that hair and it won't weigh down your hair as well.
Right. So, well, I've had my fair share of natural hair, and part of me has just given up. I'm like, I am tired of the natural hair movement. You know what? I went for the big chop, and my hair is growing out again naturally. But again, I'm fed up of my natural hair. So, I guess I have to find something that works best for me, my regimen, my the products, because I've tried a lot of products, but I think it also comes down to consistency, and one needs to be consistent with their routine. You know, like if you need to wash, then you need to wash at a certain day. You know, you have to have your wash days, you have to have your deep conditioning and your leave-in conditioning, etc. Now, speaking of deep conditioning, what's the difference between deep conditioning and just regular conditioning, and how often should one deep condition?
Okay, so deep conditioning is a little bit different from just conditioning the hair because deep conditioning you are getting deeper into the hair shaft. So you're getting into the core of the hair and you're allowing your hair cuticles to open as much as possible by either using heat or using heated water, which is steam. And you are
Mm.
allowing that water to penetrate deeper into your hair so that it can condition the core of the hair, which is different from just conditioning. Because conditioning, one, you just want sleep, you want a wet combing to be easy, you want to be able to style the hair properly, and just want to get the pH of the hair back to between 3.5 to 5 on the pH scale. So that is the difference between deep conditioning and just conditioning the hair. So deep
Mhm.
conditioning, it depends on how much time you have and how your routine is as well. Remember, as you said, consistency is key in everything. You cannot expect any result from only doing something once or twice. You have to be consistently doing it for you to actually to actually bear real results. So with deep conditioning, for some people, especially those who've got low porosity hair, we go back to the low porosity point as well. So people who have got low porosity hair would want to deep conditioning. You would want to deep condition every time they wash their hair, which may be once a week or once in 2 weeks. Every time they wash their hair, it may be a good thing to deep condition the hair because the hair cuticle needs to be lifted for the core of the hair to be um, to have access to moisture, to have access to product. And then when it comes to people who've got high porosity hair, deep conditioning can be done once a month because every time they apply conditioner onto their hair, most of that conditioner actually penetrates the core of their hair because they've got high porosity and it is easy for products to enter the core of their hair. So with people like that, then they may only need to do a deep condition once a month where they do their protein condition so that they can fortify the strength of their hair and make it less prone to breakage. So it's going to be different in that when it comes to the frequency on when to deep condition the hair.
Right, and what are some of the things that causes damage to the hair, damage and breakage?
For starters, obviously, chemically altering the structure of the hair definitely is going to cause breakage. But for some people, especially when they're natural, it's using a lot of heat also causes a lot of breakage because it tends to dry out the hair, and there can also be heat damage if excessive heat is used. And then those who like putting their hair in a protective style, or who want to be in braids or a weave or a wig, or even like you, Miriam, if you wear your hijab very frequently or all the time, we tend to forget our hair. So that's one of the
Mm,
things that actually causes hair breakage, because you're like, oh no, my hair is covered. I don't really need to do
mm,
anything. I can go out like this. And then we forget that we still have hair underneath, and it still needs to be taken care of. And that's one of the things that also causes hair breakage. And then for some people, it's over manipulation. So it depends on their lifestyle and how much they play in their hair. So over manipulation will mean like every time you're styling it 3 times a day if you have the time, and then at the end of the day you're going to cause unnecessary breakage, and it's not good for the hair. So that's one of the causes of damage to the hair.
mhm. Well, I don't know who has the time of the day to be styling the hair 3 times in a day, because you're just detangling natural hair alone is going to give you muscles. All right, Ruth, that's all the
Yeah.
time that we have. But what are your final thoughts and advice to our audience?
Consistency. If you're going to have a beautiful body, you need to be consistent at eating right, and exercising and drinking water. And it goes the same with, if you're going to pass exams, you have to be consistent at studying. If you're going to have great, healthy hair, you have to be consistent at taking care of your hair. You're not going to see results after a month, even. You may actually need to do what you are doing for a little bit longer for you to be able to get the desired results. And you can always have the best hair possible for you. So don't compare yourself with other people and the kind of hair that they have, so much as working on what God gave you on your head, because that's all you can work with at the end of the day. Envying other
Mhm.
people is not going to work for you, even on your sanity, because you're going to be jealous most of the times, and you're thinking, oh, I wish I had, but you don't. So work with what you have
Mm,
and have your
mhm.
best hair possible.
And where can people find Natural Sisters products?
Okay, so okay, so I've got a natural hair salon which is called Nashe Hair Studio. You can find the products there, and then there is an online shop, nutmoisture.co.za. You can also buy online, and if you're in Gauteng, and you can actually be able to get your products the same day or the next day, and we ship all over South Africa as well. So you can be able to get your products shipped to you. And I also have a YouTube channel, which is Eve Mafupa Natural Sisters. You can just search Eve Mafupa, and then you'll be able to get my YouTube channel and watch a lot of styling and a lot of tips when it comes to natural hair. And then also I'm on Facebook, on Instagram, and all that kind of stuff. So you may be able to just, yeah, maybe just search Eve Mafupa, and everything about me will probably pop up.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much for your time, Eve, and for enlightening us about our natural hair. There's just so much information out there. And well, we still need to learn more about our hair, what works for us, and what products to use as well. But thank you for enlightening us, and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.
Thank you so much, Miriam. I really appreciate the opportunity to talk to your listeners, and all the best as well. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye. Eve Mafupa, the founder and also blogger of Natural Sisters, natural hair products, enlightening us about maintaining natural hair, natural textured hair. And if your hair is textured and you have no idea on how to go about taking care of it, then give Eve a follow on her socials, and she'll gladly help you out there. And you can also find her on YouTube and get some tips over there. You are listening to the Mid Morning Talk on Salam Media. We will be right back.